17吨地头的焊接是我经过最复杂的定位焊。各个构件都经过精密的计算，不同的工案都能承受巨大的压力。这样一个庞然大物摆在你面前，确实让人惊叹。
它虽然体积很庞大，但是操作起来并不复杂。这里行不行？
这里是鞍钢营口鲅鱼圈工程项目现场，这个年产1000万吨钢铁的超大型基地已经建设了3年，可以说是一项非常艰巨的工程。大家可以看到这些高大的塔楼，它们动辄几百吨，需要耗费大量的人力和物力。要把这样的一座庞然大物树立起来，并不是一件简单的事情，而且还需要借助一台超大型机器的帮助。
Zoomlion QUY 600 crawler crane is such a super large-scale machine. Not only can lift the weights of several hundred tons quite easily, but also travel and slew in very short time. With a maximum lifting capacity of 600 tons, Zoomlion QUY 600 used to be the largest crawler crane in China and has made a great contribution to China's large-scale construction projects. However, the record set by this giant seems to be refreshed now. Because Zoomlion QUY 1000 crawler crane is born. It has higher lifting capacity and is capable of lifting weights as heavy as 1000 tons. This is Zoomlion QUY 1000 crawler crane. Each of its components is huge. The maximum height of this crane is 199 meters and is equivalent to that of a 66-story building. Its weight reaches 2,000 tons with maximum load, which is more than the overall weight of 4 Airbus A380 aircrafts. And its power is enough to move a small mountain. QUY 1000 is equipped with imported Cummins diesel engine, and the maximum output torque is 3,776 Newton per meters, which is equivalent to that of 10 sets off-road vehicle. Compared with QUY 600, QUY 1000 is not simply the amplification of size, because the overwhelming majority of the steel construction, electrical system, and hydraulic system are newly designed. The state-of-the-art design chassis structure has higher bearing capacity and the distribution force is more even. The safety system combining electrical, hydraulic, and a mechanical control system will launch early warning signal and cut off the switch in case of dangerous operation. Hence ensures operation is under absolute safety mode. Project of creating such a super machine is as big as its lifting capacity. Please come with me to the workshop of QUY 1000 to see how this mechanical monster is produced. Everything begins with boom.
这里是臂架生产车间，大家可以看到成百上千根特殊的钢管在这里经过下料、定位焊、焊接、修磨、碳伤等一整套工序，最后形成1000吨履带式起重机的臂架。
光臂架部分就需要260吨钢材。这个要能承受得住巨大的压力。
Hence, all the booms of QUY 1000 apply high-strength steel pipes imported from Germany, the yielding strength of which is higher than 900 megapascal. They are low-carbon alloy steel pipes with highest strength in the world. To cut such hard steel pipe, you need to have a sharp weapon to ensure the accuracy of blanking. Zoomlion has adopted the world's most advanced laser plasma intersection cutting machine to process the blanking of boom materials of all different tonnage cranes.
所有切割作业都由电脑控制，就像医生操作手术刀一样精准。
Now it is the production of boom head. The most difficult job is tack welding. It requires the operator to integrate parts as weight as more than 100 kilograms to a hole, and it cannot appear any slightest deviation. The position of each part must be very accurate when tack welding is operated. The clearance of all welding routes is restricted to 2 millimeters.
17吨臂头的焊接是我经过最复杂的定位焊。
Each boom head has more than 100 parts, and each component is as heavy as more than 100 kilograms. To weld any component is a huge task. The workers need a bridge crane to assist. Tack welding process needs 4 workers to work 2 whole weeks. Besides the boom, the materials of all the forked joints are ultra-high strength steel. It is characterized by high carbon content, being sensitive to any welding defects caused by heat input, ambient temperature and humidity, and so on. Therefore, it requires a variety of joint welding ways. At the same time, and the welding shall be in conformity with the rigid requirement of the techniques of a variety of grades of steel material.
焊接出的缝隙必须经过超声波探伤。
To ensure the quality of welding, Zoomlion engineers has stipulated detailed welding parameters and requirements for each weld seam according to the characteristics of this new type imported material. After the assembling of boom is completed, we are going to see the production process of traveling device. It has to withstand the weight of the machine up to 2,000 tons and make it move stably. Therefore, the technology of the design is to distribute the weight of the whole machine to the ground evenly and make the machine move.
最好的方法是像坦克、装甲车那样，采用履带式的行走机构。
Similar with the usual crawler crane, the traveling system of Zoomlion QUY1000 is composed of driving wheel, track roller, and track shoe, and other components. Although the composition is similar, the above said parts are under very bad force condition because its dead weight is too much heavy. It must ensure that they have sufficient strength and stiffness.
在最恶劣的风旱下，每个制作人都要承受300吨大小的压力，所以我们必须保证其强度。制作人的制作过程中，我们采用高强度合金钢进行锻造，而不是铸造，这样可以避免在铸造过程中产生的铸造缺陷对材料性能的影响，从而降低制作人本身的承重能力。
Track shoe is a part that directly contact the ground. Due to complex ground condition, the track shoe has to bear pressure from both sides. On one hand, it has to bear the weight handed down from the above track roller. On the other hand, it endures a test from the different ground situations.
这一点确实很难做到，因此我们准备了特殊的履带板材料，既要保证其强度等级足够高，又能够承受一定的变形，防止履带板与地面凸起物硬碰硬所造成的损伤。
Slewing table is also one of the main frames of QUY1000. It is assembled with hoisting mechanism, which is the main load component. The entire slewing table is 12 meters long, 3.3 meters high, 3.4 meters wide, and the net weight reaches 42 tons.
考虑到运输对重量和尺寸的限制，我们将转台分为3部分：转台后段、转台前段和回转平台。
All the 3 main parts are welded structures by ultra-high strength steel. The blanking group will cut the sheet material, making the weld groove. The maximum thickness of steel sheet reaches 50 millimeters, while the total deviation must be less than 1 millimeter. Then code working technician processes tack welding of all the plates according to the design join at the working platform.
我们为了严格控制把材的平行度，借助焊接和永磁铁把把材吊起。
All metal workings are processed in the imported high-precision pentahedron machining center, and the processing of all large parts are completed at one time. To ensure the accuracy of processing needs senior technician to conduct precise adjustment and clamping. After the fine processing is completed, we will start the final assembly stage. It is not an easy job to firmly assemble the superstructure and the chassis of Zoomline QUY1000. A super strong tensile fitting bolt is a must.
这绝对不像用扳手拧能开螺栓那么简单，每一个步骤都要非常小心。
In order to tightly joint the fitting bolt with other components, Zoomline engineers have introduced a kind of large torque electric wrench from Germany, whose torque can reach 15,800 Newton meters. When use it just like wrestling with a dinosaur by hand. Now the assembling process is completed. Let's have a full view of the mechanical giant.
要让这么庞大的一个机器从一个工地转移到另外的一个工地，并不是一个简单的事情。通常呢，我们都会把它拆分成几个部分，运送到使用地，然后再重新的组装起来。
Without the aid of auxiliary lifting equipment, QUY1000 is able to achieve self-assembly function by the outrigger and the self-assembly function of crawler, which is significantly time-saving. This is the brain of crane operator's cab. The layout of equipment is quite simple, but their function is powerful. The functions of the LCD touchscreen are very rich. Nearly most of the conditions can be displayed in the screen, such as engine speed, water temperature, fuel pressure, working condition of winches, working parameters of main vehicles.
它虽然体积很庞大，但是操作起来并不复杂。 This function broadens operator's view and is practical when the lifting height is huge. It applies closed pump control variable displacement hydraulic system. High efficiency, oil saving and stable operation is ensured by various core technologies such as the state-of-the-art technology of negative torsional moment control, pressure memory control, secondary hoisting control, simultaneous operation control, limit load control. Over 1,000 tons of steel, several groups of people, more than 40 days. The supergiant eventually stands up after the assembly is completed, and it is ready to distinguish itself in the construction of large-scale project.
这样一个庞然大物摆在你面前，确实让人惊叹。
In advent of a new round of upsurging infrastructure construction in China, the construction of large-scale projects such as petrochemical project, petroleum, thermal power plant, nuclear power plant, and the port set forth higher requirements to crane industry. Zoomline QUY1000 crawler crane comes into existence as the situation requires, featuring unparalleled lifting capacity, convenient operation, perfect self-assembly and disassembly functions. QUY1000 is able to satisfy the demand of these mega infrastructure construction projects. Having formed its own research and development capacity of a full series truck crane, Zoomline is not satisfied with current achievements fulfilled, but has already launched a new expedition in research and development of larger and more efficient cranes intensively. In the support of strong technical force, Zoomline is challenging one and another new height of made in China with unswerving pursuit of number one and a substantial foundation. Zoomline QUY1000 crawler crane debuts with honor.